How was your weekend?
No, the weekend was great.
Yeah?
It was really good.
Anyone think you want to tell us?
I mean, I do want to tell you something.
Just get on with it. I've heard this.
Right, okay. So you remember last week we had Jake Gyllenhaal. I actually got him.
He can't even talk about it.
Do you remember last week we had Jake Gyllenhaal on the show?
Do I? Yes.
Right? You can get it, by the way, on our podcast video. So we really liked him. We really enjoyed him being on the show.
You particularly enjoyed him.
I particularly enjoyed it, yeah. And I thought he was a great guest. Anyway, we fell a little bit in love with Jake Gyllenhaal when he was on the show. Yeah. And then over the course of the weekend, I received an email from him saying about how much he enjoyed his time on the show. He loved being on the show. It's great being part of the show.
And when and where did it happen? Where were you when you received the email?
I received it on Saturday, and I was in bed on Saturday, and I woke up and I was watching telly and I was going through my emails, and it was so insane to have an email from Jake Gyllenhaal. I presumed it was just my other friend Jake, and I was like, what is he on about? It's like, he wasn't on my show. What is he talking? And then I was like, oh my God, you know who this is? Jake Gyllenhaal. So I think we're going to get married and move in together.
Do you want to read any segments out from the email?
I don't know, do I?
I think the most important thing, well, not most important thing, but you do need to let us know what the subject title was, which is quite cute.
Okay, hang on.
So let's just put this out there again. So you're sitting in your house on a Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, I'm in bed, and I was watching TV, and then I received this email, and the email, the subject from the email is, hello from Jake G.
Wow.
Still then, I didn't believe it was Jake Gyllenhaal, because why would he email you? So I'm like, Jake G.
Because he's in love with you.
I know, right? He totally is. So I think we're best friends. So I just wanted to let you know I'm going to leave here. I'm going to be like Jake Gyllenhaal's wag or something.
Have you emailed him back?
Yeah, I emailed back.
How many hours did you leave?
26 hours.
26?
So I wanted to play it cool, but I thought 24 or 12 was too obvious.
I don't think he's sitting there noticing him.
I think he is.
Okay.
I think he is. Yeah. Do you think he's emailing all the radio hosts?
No, it's just you.
Just me. He's not emailing Clara Amfo and stuff, is he? Better not be. Was your impression of the sloth much like we saw last night on Planet Earth?
Oh my God, amazing! Yeah, totally. Although I have to say, the mating call, Nick, when you got the email from Jake, seriously, same noise?
Do you know, I made a very similar noise when I received that email. It was a little more high pitched.
And we still haven't heard about your email.
Oh yeah, the email. Do you want to? Should we talk about this?
Shall we? I think it's kind of important.
Okay. So last week, Jake Gyllenhaal was on the Radio 1 Breakfast Show. Not gonna lie, fell in love with him, right? But I think everybody did. Am I right?
Well, you fell in love with him more than most people.
No.
You got a little rash and you got nervous and a sweat on.
Let's talk about my rash. Anyway, he was on the show last week, right? And we thought, you know what? What a great guy. He was one of those people that we hung out with like after the radio show a little bit in the studio. We saw him in the office later on. He was interested in new producer Will and what we were up to. He liked us.
Look at the smile on your face.
He liked us. Then, over the course of the weekend, I received an email from Jake Gyllenhaal, which is a ludicrous thing to say, isn't it?
Jake Gyllenhaal emailed you.
Emailed me.
Okay.
Do you want to hear what he had to say?
Yes, I do. And I want times, I want subject titles, I want grammar.
Okay.
Like, don't spare me any detail here.
Okay. I'm just going to find some suitable music for it. Hang on.
God.
Or do we like... Yeah, there we go. So, the email was received on Saturday afternoon at 13:55.
Okay.
That's 5 to 2, everybody.
Okay.
Love time. He says, Nick, not sure if this email still works for you, but just got word you invited me to a dinner in London. So basically there's this party thing that I'm doing tomorrow night, and we wanted Jake Gyllenhaal to come. I would have loved to have come, but unfortunately, I'm in Oklahoma, shooting until the end of November. This is where it gets serious, Fifi.
Oh, God.
I hope you'll think of me again, and I hope we can hang out some other time. It was nice seeing you the other day, and always nice being on your show. You're a badass, but I think you already know that. Jake.
Jake, with a kiss?
With a kiss. I think, though, one kiss is like what you sent to... I think that means I'm in love with you, and I'm going to fly straight over in December once I'm done in Oklahoma. That's what I'm getting from that email.
I think a kiss for a lad is pretty major, because lads don't send
2016 wake up, Fifi.
I think that's pretty major.
I think lads send kisses.
A lad to another lad don't send kisses.
I'd send a kiss to my friend George.
Yeah, that's because you like him.
What do you mean?
You fancy everybody.
I don't fancy him. He's marrying one of my best friends.
So
okay, he's kind of hot.
You fancy him?
Yeah, but we send a kiss to one another. If you're a lad and you send kisses, 81199.
Yeah,
to other lads.
To another lad.
To another lad, yeah. I'm not going to send like 6, but I reckon 1 kiss.
If you fancy
small, not in a capital letter. Yeah. Anyway, so there's the email for you, Fifi.
You're a badass, is what he says.
I know.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I think it means I don't have to sign this email off. And also, I definitely want to say something laddie so you don't think I fancy you.
I think that's kind of cute.
Do you think?
You're a badass.
Yeah.
He's like...
He's even fit on email.
Oh. And also, the way he just starts with Nick.
Nick.
You can hear his voice going,
Nick, it's Jake Gyllenhaal here. Or however he speaks.
And also, let's not forget the subject title. Hello from Jake G.
I know.
It's major.
Isn't it major?
And have you replied?
I did reply.
How
Do you
many
want to hear the reply?
No, I want to know how long it took you to write the email back.
It took a while. It really took a while. And I had to phone like a few different people to be like, what are we going to say in this email? And people were like, this is very important what you write back in this email. So do you want to hear the... Oh, no, I can't even read out the response.
Yeah,
I don't think I can.
yes, you can. Do you want to...
Okay.
Should you...
I think maybe we need the vamps to buffer this because it's going to give me anxiety. Hey, Fifi, your comments about the kiss on the email from one man to another being a little bit like a sloth up for it. Apparently, everyone does this. Good morning to Craig from Glasgow. He says, Grimmy, me and the lads have a group chat. We send kisses. What's wrong with that?
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad we're clearing it up.
We send kisses to all my boys on the regular. Bruvlove, says Freddie, who's a plumber in Cannock.
All right.
That's what you call it.
Relax, Freddie. Okay.
I send a kiss to all my male mates, lads. It's just a normal type these days, and I'm an electrician working in construction. What's wrong with a bit of love?
There's nothing. Okay, all right. Yeah. Kisses all round. Thank you,
Kisses all round. Kisses all round. So that is off the back of the news that we had Jake Gyllenhaal on the show last week. You can get it on our podcast, by the way, which came out on Friday. And it's really good, and he was on great form. But then we were worried all week, because when he left, we were like, oh, wow, we love Jake Gyllenhaal, and we think he likes us too. But is he doing that thing what actors do, where they go on the radio or go on the telly and they're playing a role of nice person? So I couldn't tell if he was doing it, but then he emailed me over the course of the weekend, and I freaked out and made noises like this when I received the email. So he just read out the email, and Fifi liked the fact that he'd done a kiss, but it turns out everyone
does kisses.
All right. Yeah. So the reply was like, what do you reply to that? You know, because stuff when you write things down, you read it and it looks a little bit weird, or it looks too dramatic. Like you can't guess tone. And I don't know him. You know, he's been on the show, but I don't know him. I didn't want to write anything down that could be taken wrong.
Okay.
So I did reply, but it did take a few. You know, you take a selfie and you take a few before you put the selfie up. There's a few drafts.
I bet there were.
Yeah, a few drafts.
Go on.
But we did it anyway. I did it. I actually don't think I can. I actually cannot read this out.
Read it out.
I really don't want to.
Just tried to.
So you know, he said he was in Oklahoma.
Yes.
I started with Oklahoma.
Oh God. I wonder why you're single.
I actually don't know if I can read this out. I said, Oklahoma.
Oh, grim.
I said, Oklahoma getting in the way. What? Oh, God. I actually don't think I can read it. You have to read it out. I actually can't read it out. Let me get rid of this music. Let me put some... Is there? Okay. Let me get some music on. Hang
so
on.
bearing in mind that he emailed you on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
You apply yesterday, Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Okay, so you gave it time.
I gave it a little bit of, you know...
Okay.
Let's all pretend we're not gas Jake Gyllenhaal emailed.
Okay.
Just pretend we're like, oh, okay.
Oklahoma, getting in the way.
Read it nicely.
I am. Honestly, Jake, it was great to see you and have you on the show. We just... Oh, God. I can't.
Is it that bad that you can't even read it?
I can't.
Fiona. It's not that bad.
It's because I know how long you would have written this. It would have taken you hours.
It took me 26 hours.
Okay.
Start again from the top, go on.
Okay. Oklahoma getting in the way. Honestly, Jake, it was great to see you and have you on the show. We just put it out this week and it was a lot of fun. Oh, God. This is awful. No worries about the dinner. And yes, let's hang out soon. You too are a badass. Nick with a kiss. So how that took you over 24 hours?
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
I can't believe that's all you came up with.
What would you have said?
I mean, he's putting a funny joke in there.
Well, no, I didn't want to be too funny. I wanted to look like, yeah, I'm busy. I've got other A-list Hollywood actors to email, like, I don't know, James Franco or Tobey Maguire.
You two are badass.
Anyway, that's probably the last email correspondence we'll ever have, and he'll never come on the show ever again.
She said, I don't want to go out chasing. I can't